Hello everybody, the Drafter here, and welcome back to another tutorial in my Sky Factory survival series. This is episode number 26, and as you can see at my back I have a beacon. Yes, last episode we killed the Wither in a safe way over there, and with the Nether Star I made a beacon. We jump to jump boost 2, because speed 2 it's a bit tricky. It will just let you skip one block height just by walking. So whoa, that's a big tree over there, so I didn't really like it, and let's take the jump boost, it's probably better. But for today's episode, the plan, since the beacon is vanilla stuff, we don't need to talk about that. You know how to do that, right? The plan for today is to create this machine from thermal expansion, a Tesseract. Actually, we're gonna make two, because one is just useless. You can't use just one Tesseract. Let me explain what it does very quickly. Let's pretend that those magmatic dynamo are far away from this tree farm. So we don't want to lay kilometers on kilometers or whatever unit of measure do you use. Too far. With the Tesseract we can do that wirelessly, and the same applies other than RF for power. It applies also for items and for fluid. So let's say we want to take the drops from the monster farm, for the mob farm, over there to the area here where we have the MA system. Yes, we can do it with the Tesseract. But let's jump into the action and let's build this bad boy. So first, let's take a look at the recipe. You can either use bronze or Thinker alloy. We are going to use the Thinker alloy, which is basically a blend. Then you need silver ingots and a Tesseract frame full. This is the thing that will take most of our resources today, the frame. The Thinker alloy, as you can see here, I made it with Thinker alloy blend, which is made out of pulverized copper or copper powder or whatever type of copper you have, and pulverized tin. So 4 of these, then you smelt with 3 copper and 1 tin, you get 4 Thinker alloy blend, and then you can smelt them in the redstone furnace or in a regular furnace, whatever you prefer. So we get 8 Thinker alloy, because we need 2 Tesseract, and 8 silver ingots. So now to make the frame, let's take a look at the frame. Tesseract frame, first you need to make the frame the empty frame, and then you need to make it full with resonant ender. We'll talk about that in a few seconds. Let's take a look at the frame, the empty frame. We need a new kind of ingot called enderium ingot. We need a glass, fused quartz, from Ender.io, or hardened glass from thermal expansion. We're gonna make the hardened glass in a second, and then you need the diamond. So we have over here, Tesseract frame here. We have 2 diamonds already, and let's go make the glass. Here in the induction smelter, I already have what's needed for the glass. Let me show you. The recipe for the glass. There you go. Induction smelter. 8 pulverized obsidian and 1 lead ingot into the induction smelter, which is this machine over here. Now it's turned off. Let's turn it on and let's have our glass cooking. Then what did we have? Yes, the enderium ingot. The enderium ingot is quite tricky. That's how you make it. Again, in the induction smelter you need pyrotheum dust and enderium blend. Now let's take a look at those two separately. The pyrotheum dust, that's quite tricky because of the sulfur. If you happen to have a nether, not empty nether like we have, it's not a problem. But to get the sulfur and the blaze powder, we will have to use the pulverizer. Then you need pulverized coal, so just put the coal into the pulverizer, and redstone. For 1 each of these will give you 2 pyrotheum dust. So how to make the sulfur? As you can see, we have a few options with the pulverizer. The most effective is this one. Let's pulverize blaze rods, so you have 50% chance to get sulfur. So while the glass is cooking, it's done, perfect. Let's go to the pulverizer and let's put half of those blaze rods. Let's see if we have enough. 50% chance we get unlucky. We got probably lucky. There we go. We have sulfur in this chest over here, so let's that smelt. Let's grab the hardened glass and we can put it here. I got 8, exactly 8. Then let's go grab, not yet. Okay, finished. And we only got 3, so I think I want to make a few more pieces. Let's see, because I kind of set up everything. Yeah, 3. Okay, 3 should be good. Let's grab the blaze powder and let's grab the sulfur. Let's leave the pulverized iron here. We don't need them for this tutorial. So we have 5 of these. Let's put these as well. And let's start with grabbing 6 pyrotheum dust. So again, to make the enderium ingots, we need another material, the enderium blend. And let me show you again the recipe for that. Now we need something cool called resonant ender bucket. So for each one of these, pulverized tin and pulverized shiny metal, which is pulverized platinum, as you can see over here, it's a bit confusing, but yeah, using Wila and NEI, you can certainly recollect all the steps I'm doing a bit quickly, but if it's too quick, just tell me. So pulverized platinum, pulverized tin, and then we need buckets of resonant ender. Let's go over the magmatic crucible and fluid transposer. Let's put our 6 bucket over here, and then we need a resonant ender over here. Now we need to make resonant ender. Let me show you again. Blend, and there you go. We need to put in the magma crucible ender pearls. So every ender pearl will grant you 1 bucket of resonant ender, and we're gonna need the rest of these ender pearls, 14, for the frame, 2 frames actually. So let's put some of these this resonant ender in the crucible, and we should go over the there you go. Aha! So we need 4 of these ender pearls for each bucket. I was mistaken. So 4 ender pearls will give you 1 resonant ender bucket. There we go, you can see it. Great, so I'm gonna need more ender pearls. Give me a sec and I'm gonna make them over my MA system. Possibly I'll have to harvest more of my crops. Okay, now we have enough resonant ender buckets, and the magma crucible is cooking more of those ender pearls because we're gonna need them to make the frame full for the Tesseract. And let's type Tesseract here again. Yeah, we're gonna go from the frame empty to the frame full. I will show you that when we're ready for that step. Now we can go back here and make our 6 stacks of enderium blend. I'm making more because I probably need this for future projects, so I'm gonna save it. So remember, every bucket of resonant ender will need 4 ender pearls. There we go, 24 enderium blend. And now we are ready to go to the enderium ingots induction smelter. There we go. If you remember, just put the enderium blend over here and the pyrotheum dust over here. So for every 2 of those, let me show you again, and there we go. 1 pyrotheum dust, 2 enderium blend will give you 2 enderium ingots. And yeah, the process is quite slow, but we're getting there. Let me skip this phase for you guys, so you don't have to just sit here and watch the induction smelter working. And that's our 8 enderium ingots ready for use. This will keep cooking, so just leave it there. And let's go over the Tesseract frame full. Sorry, empty. Let's put the buckets here. So 2, 2, 2, and a 2. And we got our 2 frames. Tesseract frame empty. and we can then move them over the fluid transposer. Let me show you again the full recipe. You will need 16,000 RF and 1,000 millibuckets of resonant ender. So this will take probably a while, but let's take a look. Yeah, it's quite slow, but see, it's working. So at the end it will consume 1,000 of these and 6,000 of RF. Let's speed up this process for you guys. And there we go, we have our 2 Tesseract frames. Oh, they also stack, not bad. And we are ready for the last step of the creation process of our Tesseract. Just put the Tesseract frame full into the first crafting table we have here with the silver and the thinker alloy. And we have our Tesseracts that they don't stack, unfortunately. So, as I said in the beginning of the episode, let's demonstrate how it works over here. Let's cut this line of leadstone energy conduits. There we go. We can probably cut this one as well. And let's put the Tesseracts in place. We're gonna put one here, and the second one we're putting here. So let's pretend they are very, very far away and not just 8 blocks. But yeah. Let's go into the configuration. Let's take a look at this one first. So that's the interface. You have the first panel, security. So public, restricted, or owner only. So if you're on a server and you want to use it only by yourself, or you want to select a restricted list of users for this, you can do it. Or it's also public, whatever you prefer. Second panel is the redstone control, ignored, low or high, so you can control it with a redstone signal. Let's set this to ignored for the time being. And now the main part of the control panel. Now first let's look at this configuration here. This is where you configure the Tesseract for the kind of item or power or fluid mode you want to use. So this is item mode, this is fluid mode, and this is energy mode. We're gonna disable all of those, blocked, and we're gonna use only the energy mode. This is gonna be in send only, but as you can see, you can also have receive only and send receive. So if you want to use it in a bi-directional way, since we want to use this in send only, we're gonna put it in send only. Now let's go over here, the main part. This is where things get interesting. You're gonna select a channel, so you can type a number, 3-digit number, 999, 666, 555, whatever you want. So let's say our channel number 1 is the tree farm. That's what it does. Let's say select a save frequency, and so we have a list over here of frequency saved. Let's say farm 2 is gonna be channel number 2, and let's save another frequency. So as you can see, when you select those quick bookmarks for your frequencies, the channel over here changes. So we don't need farm 2. Let's get just farm 1. Set frequency. So now this Tesseract is set to work into frequency 1. And as you can see, there is no side, up, down, left, right. This is all accepting input and output. And as you can see by from this cool texture over here, that means that the device is working. Let's put it to low just to demonstrate. No, it's just a frequency that tells us that it's working or not. Okay. Learning process also for me. So let's go over here to the other Tesseract and let's configure it. As you can see, every Tesseract share the list of frequencies. Let's put it to low for the moment. Let's select the tree farm 1 and set the frequency. In the configuration, we're gonna do the same, but in receive mode. So this Tesseract will receive energy. Now let's go upstairs. Well, let's see over here. This has a little bit of energy. Let's consume more of that. I got some bone meal in order to let the machine work straight away. Let's try to jump and not die. Okay, let's grow a tree. And yeah, it's not working because the machine downstairs do not have enough power. So let's go over the second Tesseract and let's enable it. Let's set to ignored, and let's take a look at this. So is it set frequency? Yeah, let's set it to ignored. Receive only, great, perfect. And this guy over here should also it don't have any energy. Why? This should be set to send. Yeah. Oh, hi. Oops. Let's set this to ignored as well. That's always something not working. And there we go. As you can see, our harvester is receiving power. The planter is also receiving power. Well, now it don't need power, but that's basically the basics of. Okay, great. That's the basic of the Tesseract. Tesseract farm, the Tesseract purpose. So pretend you want to move. There you go. You want to move the item over there that we have on the mob farm over there, and that's simple as like that. So just set chests that push items or whatever you have to push items into the Tesseract, and you can move them. I don't think I want to use this setup over here, because yeah, I want to do something very cool over the magical crop area involving the Tesseract. But we're gonna see that in a next episode, because this one is already long enough for you and for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode and you found it interesting and entertaining. Leave me a comment with suggestions or everything you have on your mind for me. And also leave me a like and subscribe to my channel. This will help the series. And thank you very much for all the support I receive. I'm really enjoying making this episode for you guys, and also for me, because I'm having fun. And yeah, just to wrap it up, I wish you a very good day, and I hope to see you next time. Ciao, ciao!